What it do, Niner fan? That's what I want to hear. See, I want to hear this is good news, you feel me? Because, okay, and for context, remember last year when Dre Greenlaw came back? And the team was, I mean, we was riddled with injuries. Everybody was injured. It was like doom and gloom. We playing, but we ain't really got that intensity that we had going to the Super Bowl. When Dre Greenlaw came on the field, we seen it. You seen he still had that, he was still all over the place and everything else, you know what I'm saying? And then he ended up getting injured and sat down. But on the offense side, Juan Jennings, he still had that dog, that fight in him, just like we going back to the Super Bowl. And look, remember, he was supposed to get a 1,000-yard season, and he had a bonus coming. He get into a fight and get put out the game. And that was the game that he needed to get that bonus plus that 1,000-yard season. That stuff going to record books, man. You know what I'm saying? That when you get them yards and you get, your bonus, everything else, they go in your record books like, okay, I've, Pro Bowl and I broke this record and this, that, and the other. He gave that up. You know what I'm saying? Just because he was so fired up, the other team, I forgot who was the Cardinals. I think he was playing the Cardinals, and they was hating on him because he was running their ass over, and he was still blocking like it was just no tomorrow. I'm saying he still got that fight in him. You feel me? But remember, they didn't really pay him nothing. Now they was paying, but they didn't really pay him nothing. You feel me? But now this is what they got going on. It says the 49ers plan on having contract extension talks this offseason with wide receiver Juan Jennings, per sources. Juan Jennings broke out with 77 receptions, 975 yards, and 6 touchdowns last year, proven to be a reliable threat, not only third downs, but every down. He is the definition of Niners football. Now, look at that. He had 975 yards. Remember, he could have got a 1,000-yard season. That last game that he was playing, remember, Purdy they was going to him, making sure he was catching 5 yards, 10 yards. He was getting everything. They was like, oh, we're going to make sure you get your 1,000 yards. And he get into a fight and get kicked out the game. And when they talked to him afterwards, the media talked to him, they was like, you have any, remorse about, missing, you didn't get your 1,000-yard season, you didn't get your bonus. He said, I'm not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to ball out next year and we're going to get him back worse. You know what I'm saying? I like that. His whole intensity was like, he said, I can't wait for next year. I said, oh yeah, he ready. He ready. That's that same type of fight Ayuk had his breakout year. His breakout year when Ayuk was just on it. It's that same type of fight. And Juwan Jennings a baller. I can understand if he just wasn't that good and maybe. No, he's a baller. But on the depth chart, it was Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, all that type of stuff. And you could bring him in there on third downs. You want to see one of the best plays that he had that I saw was in that NFC Championship game. I think it was the NFC Championship game when he had the 4 Lions players around him and Purdy threw the ball. He jumped up in the middle of all the defense with one arm, caught the ball and brought it down and got a first down. Boy, you stop it. You better stop it. He was balling. You feel me? And that intensity never left. Look at Debo. Now, if Debo do good with the Commanders, fine. You feel me? But remember, they was trying to force feed Debo. He dropping the ball. He can't get open. He's missing deep shots. So, like I said, maybe Debo didn't want to play no more, and he was doing that on purpose. I don't know. But what I do know, he wasn't the same. But Debo wasn't the same person. Like I said, now the Commanders. Hey, handle your business over there, man. He want to be with the Commanders. I thought he wanted to be with the Eagles. Remember, he kept wearing different jerseys and stuff. That's not no Niner. That's not no Niner. You feel me? This is a Niner. This is the definition of a Niner right here. You feel me? Respect. That's why I say pay the man. Get that man his money. Get that man his money. He earned it, you know what I'm saying? And he still got that fight in him. I'm saying, get that man his money. Let me know what y'all think. Leave it in the comments. Peace. We out of here.